Welcome to all in virtual classroom of biology for standard 12 science students produced by Department of Biology is the part of Janta Shikshan Sanstha's Kisanveer Mahavidyalay Y. Today's session number 2 presented by Sri Sushant Kumar Swami. Let us see. Our today's concept is sexual reproduction in higher animals. Sexual reproduction means the reproduction takes place with the help of male and female gametes. These gametes are fused. That process is known as fertilization. Fertilization results zygote. It means that male and female gametes are fused to form zygote. These male and female gametes are produced in male and female reproductive organs respectively by the process of meiosis. It means reductional cell division. That specific process, the male gamete formation process, is known as spermatogenesis. Female gamete process is known as oogenesis. In these, meiosis is a important step of cell division. In sexual reproduction, chromosomes of male and female are mixed together. That process is known as amphimixis. In sexual reproducing animals shows two phases in their lifetime. First one is juvenile phase. It is the earliest phase or earlier phase of age. In this phase, the organism have reproductive organs, but they unable to produce male gamete, either sperm or ovum, respected organs. Other phase is reproductive phase. This phase start from after puberty. Puberty means attain the maturity, and maturity means your male or female reproductive organs are able to produce male or female gamete respectively. That is called as puberty. After puberty, reproductive phase starts. In sexual reproducing animals shows two breeding patterns. Some animals breed after some interval like 3 months, 6 months, etc., or 9 months. This is called as seasonal breeders. Example is cat, dog, goat, sheep, donkey. These are the seasonal breeders. They are the seasonal breeders because their reproductive cycle takes place a long duration, like after 3 months, after 6 months, after 9 months. It is also called as estrous cycle, not menstrual cycle. Another pattern is continuous breeders. Example, apes and man. Here, reproductive cycle takes place within a short period and it is a repetitive. It means that its reproductive cycle lasts 28 days, and each 28 days it will be continuously going on. So this is called as continuous breeders. Now, sexual reproduction in higher animals. Our main interest is human reproduction or human reproductive system. Human reproductive system consists male reproductive system and female reproductive system. Because human is a dioecious animal, it means that sexes are present on separate body. Male sex present on male body, male reproductive organs present on male body, female reproductive organs present on female body. That's why in human there are two reproductive systems. Male reproductive system which produces the male gamete, female reproductive system which produces the female gamete. Now, let's see in detail male reproductive system. Look at the screen carefully. Here is the diagram of male reproductive system. This male reproductive system consists testes, epididymis. This one is the testes. This one is the epididymis. This is the vas deferens. Then this one is the urethra. This one is the seminal vesicles. This one is prostate gland. This one is the Cowper's gland. These are the parts of male reproductive system. In another diagram, we can see how exactly organs are located in the body. Let's see. This is the diagram which indicate exact organs located in body. This is the testes present outside body in separate sac known as scrotum sac. Then this is the epididymis present in scrotum sac. Then this is the vas deferens. It is a tubular structure present in, it start from epididymis and ends into seminal vesicles. This is the seminal vesicle. Then this is the prostate gland. Prostate gland, here is the bulbourethral gland or Cowper's gland. This is a tubular structure known as urethra, and this one is the penis. Now we study specific organs which involve in male reproductive system. In this, first one is the testes. Testes are the main or primary male reproductive organ. Testes are the primary male reproductive organ. These are two in number. It means that paired. Testes are paired. They are located in scrotum sac. Testes are located in scrotum sac. It means that testes are not present in abdominal cavity. They present outside the abdominal cavity in fibromuscular sac known as scrotum sac. The scrotum sac helps in maintaining the low temperature of the testes, lower than the normal internal body temperature. It is necessary for spermatogenesis. Scrotum sac is connected to abdominal cavity through the inguinal canal. This test is held in position by scrotum sac by the germinaculum. It is a fibrous cord which connects testes with the bottom of scrotum. If we measures size of testes, it will be 3 to 4 centimeter in length, 3 to 2 centimeter in width, and 3 centimeter in thickness. Each testis consists 200 to 300 lobule, and each lobule contains 1 to 4 convoluted tubule called as seminiferous tubule. Seminiferous tubules are the functional unit of testes. These tubule covers toward posterior surface and form a network of irregular tubules called rete testes. Now the function of testes. Testes main function or primary function is production of sperm, that is male gamete. Male gamete production is the function of testes. That's why it is called as primary or male reproductive organ. Secondary function of testes is secretion of testosterone. Testosterone is a male hormone. It is responsible for development of secondary sexual characters in male. Now see how the sperms are produced in testes, which tissues cells are involved in the formation of sperm. For that we need to study a histological of testes. Now histology of testes. The diagram shows a section, longitudinal section of testes. If we enlarge it, it will be look like this. This structure shows testes is externally covered by tunica albuginea. Externally covered by tunica albuginea. It is internally covered by tunica vascularis. Tunica vascularis means number of vessels present inside this inner layer. So it is called as tunica vascularis. This layer externally incompletely covered by a tunica vaginalis, called as tunica vaginalis. Now about the seminiferous tubules. Before going to seminiferous tubules, these coiled and supercoiled fold structures, these are nothing but these are the seminiferous tubules. These are the, now these structures are called as lobule. The folds of vessel is called as lobules. Inside that lobules, 1 or 4 convoluted tubules known as seminiferous tubules. These lobules connected to this portion is known as retitestis, means all lobules are connected a network of tubule. That network of tubule or capillary is called as retitestis, and retitestis connected to epidermis. Now in detail of seminiferous tubules. Seminiferous tubules. This image shows structure of seminiferous tubules. Seminiferous tubules are the structure. It is a follicular structure, number of follicles present inside this, and single follicle is called as seminiferous tubules. This seminiferous tubule shows a germinal epithelium. This is the germinal epithelium. Germinal epithelium, this layer is called as germinal epithelium, is made by spermatogonia and Sertoli cells. Germinal epithelium made up of two types of cells. One cell is known as spermatogonia, second cell known as Sertoli cells. Now spermatogonia. Spermatogonium is singular, spermatogonia is plural. The spermatogonium. What is about spermatogonium? Spermatogonium is cuboidal epithelial cells. It means their shape of cell is cube-like. So it is cuboidal epithelial cells. They are in smaller size. But more in number. They are smaller size but more in number. Their number is more or high. The spermatogonium is also called as sperm mother cell, in short SMC. Sometimes it is also called as spermatozoa mother cells. And its function is production of sperm. This means that SMC or sperm mother cells under the influence of follicle stimulating cells. Follicle stimulating cells stimulate this spermatogonium. Then this spermatogonium undergoes cell division. That process is known as spermatogenesis, and sperms are produced. So production of sperm is the function of spermatogonium or spermatogonial mother cells. The second cells which are present in germinal epithelium is known as Sertoli cells. It is also called as nerve cells. These cells are in few number. They are large, column-like or pyramid-like. Their shape is column-like or pyramid-like. These cells, you can see this one cell is the Sertoli cells. The Sertoli cells are few. They are not more as like spermatogonium. They are very few. You can count it. So they are the countable cells. They are large and column-like. They present in the germinal epithelium for the purpose of they provide nourishment to newly developed sperm. They give nourishment to newly developed sperms. After that, outside the seminiferous tubules, adjacent to three seminiferous tubules, there are space that is interfollicular space, and within the interfollicular space there is a bunch of cells. This bunch of cells is known as Leydig cells. Or interstitial cells. These interstitial cells play important role to secretion of testosterone. Testosterone is a male hormone and it is responsible for development of secondary sexual characters in male. This is also called as androgens. They look at the screen. There is another diagram. This diagram is actually testes, tiers of testes seen under compound microscope. Actual diagram. How they see. You can see in the practical this diagram also. Next. Now our testis is completed and we are entering next organ. Next organ is the epididymis. This is the structure of epididymis which is attached to testes. If testes are two, that's why epididymis are also two, so they are paired. What is epididymis? Epididymis is long and highly coiled tube. Epididymis is long and highly coiled tube present in scrotum sac attached to testes. This epididymis is divided into three parts. First one is caput epididymis, which is present upper side caput. Then middle is corpus and posterior or lower side is called as cauda. So caput, cauda and corpus are the three parts of epididymis. Now let's see function of epididymis. Epididymis stores sperm up to the maturation. Sperms are stored in epididymis up to the if you see in details in the head of epididymis, that is in caput region, the sperm undergoes physiological maturation, acquiring increased mobility and fertilizing capacity. It means that they have capacity to break zona pellucida. Now we are going to next organ, that is vas deferens. Vas deferens is a tube which connect to epididymis and seminal vesicles. It is 40 cm long and its function is to carry the sperm from epididymis to ejaculatory duct. This is the vas deferens. This one is the testis. This is epididymis. This vas deferens starts. It is tube. It is near about 40 cm. It come here. Here is the seminal vesicles, and this seminal vesicle duct and vas deferens connect together this region. This is the vas deferens. This vas deferens carries the sperm produced by testes. It is matured by epididymis. These matured sperms are carried towards this seminal vesicle. This is the function of vas deferens. Now, next, ejaculatory duct. This is small duct. This duct is about 2 cm long. This very small duct. This duct forms from one side a seminal vesicle duct and other side is vas deferens. Both are connected and this single duct is formed, that is called as ejaculate duct. An ejaculate duct, function of ejaculate duct is it carries semen. Listen carefully, it carries semen. Vas deferens carries sperms only. I am not saying semen at that time. Vas deferens carries sperms only, but ejaculate duct carries semen. Then what is different between sperms and semen? In the semen, sperm plus seminal fluid. If sperms and seminal fluid come together, combine, they form a semen. Sperms are separate, seminal fluid are separate. Okay, the ejaculate duct carries semen and it releases into the urethra. Next, urethra. Urethra is tube which carries semen and urine, so it is called as urinogenital duct. You can observe in the diagram. Diagram is on your screen. This tube, this is the urinary bladder, and from the urinary bladder this tube starts and up to the glans peris. This tubular structure is called as urethra. This tubular structure is called as urethra. It is also called as urinogenital duct. Why it is called as urinogenital duct? Because it carries semen and urine. This urethra, it covers some spongy tissue and muscles. That particular organ is known as penis. Penis is a male copulatory organ. It is cylindrical, erectile and pendular organ present outside the body. It is made up of erectile muscles and spongy tissue. It is a male copulatory organ. It means that it enters into the female genital tract. It is made up of erectile and spongy tissue. The blood flows in this spongy tissue, blood fulfilled by the spongy tissue, and it become a thick and erect. Now this is the parts of male reproductive system, that is testes, epidermis, vas deferens, then penis, urethra. Instead of that, there are some glands which are also essential. That glands are known as accessory glands, in which first is seminal vesicles. Seminal vesicles are the, you can see in the diagram, this is the seminal vesicles and its structure is like coiled glandular structure. The seminal vesicles are paired coiled glandular structures, means two in number, present near the urinary bladder. The function of seminal vesicle is important because the seminal vesicle gland secrete seminal fluid. Seminal vesicle gland secrete seminal fluid. This seminal fluid is important. Why it is important? If you see the contents of seminal vesicle fluid is that it contains fructose, fibrinogens and prostaglandin. Contains fibrinogen and now seminal fluid secrete, seminal vesicles secrete seminal fluid. This seminal fluid is a viscous fluid. It contributes about 60% of total volume of semen. Total seminal fluid present in the semen is 60%. It consists fructose, fibrinogen and prostaglandins. This fructose is the most important. This fructose provide energy to sperm for swimming. This fructose provide energy to sperm for swimming or traveling up to site of fertilization in the female genital tract. When sperm enter into the female genital tract from the vagina to fallopian tube, this distance must be traveled by the sperm with the help of fructose. This fructose is provide energy, so it is energy provided. Then fibrinogen. Fibrinogen uh, helps to sperm coagulate when they eject into the female genital tract. There is another hormone, that is prostaglandin. Prostaglandin stimulate contraction in female. Prostaglandin stimulate contraction in female. What type of contraction takes place in the female? It prostaglandin start or stimulate to reverse peristalsis in vagina and uterus. Generally, the peristaltic movement is from upward side to downward side. This prostaglandin reverse it, means the peristaltic movement is from downward to upward, and due to this a faster movement of sperm possible. Sperms are easily transported, easily transfer to fertilization site, and process of fertilization takes place. It is a faster movement. This is the function of seminal vesicle fluid or seminal fluid. This is the seminal fluid. There is a gland which is called as prostate gland. This prostate gland is present just below the urinary bladder. It secretes prostatic fluid. It secretes prostatic fluid. It is a alkaline milky fluid. It protects sperm from acidic environment of vagina, and it neutralizes urethral tract. Now see, it neutralizes urethral tract. How? Urethral tract means urinary genital tract, means urethra. Urethra carries sperm as well as urine. As compared to sperm, urine is frequently passed through urethra, and urine is acidic. Due to the frequency transfer of urine, the urethral tract becomes acidic, and in acidic medium sperm cannot alive. For that purpose, this prostate gland and seminal fluid both are alkaline. They neutralize this pathway, and that's why sperms are easily transported towards the mobile or live sperms are transported into the female genital tract. That's why prostate gland is important. There is another gland that is known as Cowper's gland. This Cowper's gland is small pea-shaped paired glands situated either side of urethra. It secretes alkaline, viscous, mucus-like fluid. It also secretes alkaline, viscous, and slippery fluid. This fluid helps during copulation. It acts as lubricant during copulation. When male genital organ or penis is entered into the female genital tract, that portion is that time when the entry of penis is smooth. For that, the Cowper gland fluid or mucus-like fluid is there. Due to this, it is easy enter into the female genital tract. It acts as a lubricant. It acts as lubricant during copulation. Now see, the main product of female reproductive system is semen, and inside semen there is sperm, that is meldum. What is semen? Semen is a semi-solid, semi-liquid fluid. It is fluid, not liquid or solid. It is fluid. It is a milky or whitish colored fluid. It is somewhat viscous, slippery, and its nature is alkaline. This semen or this fluid enter into female genital tract. When penis releases it, that is called as ejection. In single ejection, normally there are 400 million sperms present in single ejection which discharge in female genital tract. Now see the composition. What contents present inside the semen? The semen contains sperm, which are the main and essential organ, male gametes. Then seminal fluid. That seminal fluid contains fructose, fibrinogen, citric acid, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, and prostaglandin. These substances are present. It also contains, semen also contains prostatic fluid and mucus, means Cowper's gland secretion. They all combinedly form a semen, and this semen enter into female genital tract for the purpose of fertilization. Here one thing is important thing is must be noted that even in single ejection 400 million sperms are enter in female genital tract, but only one sperm is required for fertilization. This is the male reproductive system. In this lecture we discuss about parts of male reproductive system, that is testes, then epidermis, vas deferens, urethra, penis, seminal vesicles, prostate gland, Cowper's gland, and their functions. I hope all of you understand this. If any doubt, then you may contact me on WhatsApp or related other channel, Telegram channels.